Let us learn electrochemistry. Let me first define what is electrochemistry. It is the branch of physical chemistry which deals with two energy conversions. Electrical energy into chemical energy and chemical energy into electrical energy. I have written two short forms here. Electrical energy, henceforth I will be writing as EE, and chemical energy I will be writing as CE. Now for these two interconversions, we require a cell. What is a cell? It is an instrument which converts either electrical energy into chemical energy or chemical energy into electrical energy. A cell is divided mainly into two parts. One is electrode and the other one is electrolyte or electrolytic solution. These electrodes are dipped in an electrolyte or electrolytic solution. Electrolyte is also called as electrolytic solution. Now what are electrodes? These are generally metal or graphite rods. We know that metals and graphite, these are good conductors of electricity. These electrodes are further divided into two types, cathode and anode, and each electrode is also called as a half cell. That means cathode is a half cell, anode is another half cell. Now let's come to electrolyte. I have written the definition here. It is the solution which splits up into ions when electricity is passed through it. Now further, we are going to see the classification of these two cells. As you all can see, there are two types of conversions. One is electrical energy into chemical energy. The other one is chemical energy into electrical energy. And that is why there are two types of cells. One is electrolytic cell and the other one is electrochemical cell. Electrochemical cell converts chemical energy into electrical energy, and electrolytic cell converts electrical energy into chemical energy. So let us try and learn what these two different types of cells. Let us see the distinguish between the two types of cells. As I already told you that there are two types of conversions in this chapter. Electrical energy into chemical energy and chemical energy into electrical energy. And because there are two types of conversions, there are two different types of cells. One is electrolytic cell. And the other one is electrochemical cell. Let us see the distinguish between these two cells. The first point here, this cell converts electrical energy into chemical energy. Obviously, this cell converts chemical energy into electrical energy. I am writing the short forms. I have already told you. EE means electrical energy and CE means chemical energy. So this cell, electrolytic cell, converts electrical energy into chemical energy, whereas electrochemical cell converts chemical energy into electrical energy. The second point of distinguish, very simple. In this cell, electricity is consumed Whereas in this cell, electricity is produced. It's just a common sense. As you all can see, this is converting chemical energy into electrical energy. The end result is electrical energy, hence electricity is produced. Whereas here electricity is consumed. This is the second point. The third point, the most important of all, this will be required throughout the chapter. It's about the charge. Here, in electrolytic cell, what is the charge on cathode and anode? Cathode here is negatively charged and anode is positively charged. And here it is going to be exactly opposite. Cathode is positively charged, whereas anode is negatively charged. Now why is it like this? I am going to explain. The fourth point here, very importantly, it says that chemical reactions are non-spontaneous. Non-spontaneous chemical reactions means the chemical reactions do not take place on their own. Whereas here the chemical reactions are spontaneous. This is the fourth point. As I just now said, this is exactly opposite. As you all can see, spontaneous reactions are the reactions which take place on their own without the intervention of any external agency, like without the help of man. The reactions which take place are called as spontaneous, and here the chemical reactions are non-spontaneous. And the fifth point, which is very much related to the diagram of these two cells, which I am going to draw, it says that common electrolyte is used for both electrodes. Common electrolyte is used for both electrodes. Here, different electrolytes are used for different electrodes. So here we have the diagrammatic representation of electrolytic cell and electrochemical cell. As you all can clearly see that in case of electrolytic cell, a common electrolyte is used for both the electrodes, whereas in case of electrochemical cell, different electrolytes are used for different electrodes. Here, both the graphite rods are dipped in a common solution, that is NaCl, whereas here zinc rod is dipped in a solution of ZnSO4, whereas copper rod is dipped in a solution of copper sulfate solution. So this is all about the distinguish between the two cells. Now let us just learn a few tricks as to how to remember few important points related to these two cells. Again, electrolytic cell and electrochemical cell. First thing first, इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल सेल का जैसा नाम है उसका उल्टा उसका काम है. इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल सेल का जैसा नाम है उसका उल्टा उसका काम है. मीन्स दिस सेल कन्वर्ट्स chemical energy into electrical energy. So obviously this cell converts electrical energy into chemical energy. I have written one word here, lone. You can clearly see where L stands for left, O stands for oxidation, A stands for anode, and N stands for negative. So this word gives all the information about anode as far as electrochemical cell is concerned. I'll repeat, this is left oxidation, anode negative. You can clearly see when it comes to drawing a diagram, anode is at the left. Next thing, at anode always oxidation takes place. This is irrespective of the type of the cell, whether it is electrolytic cell or electrochemical cell. At anode always oxidation will take place, whereas at cathode always reduction will take place. It is again irrespective of the type of the cell. The next thing, anode is negatively charged when it comes to electrochemical cell. You see, for electrochemical cell, charge is negative for anode. Anode is negatively charged for electrochemical cell. So cathode is going to be positively charged. Here, anode is going to be positively charged and cathode is going to be negatively charged. It is easy to remember.